Should we try again?
It's normally fine. I don't know what this is.
I am at my
Normally
mum's, so I can
fine.
stream if there's any problems. Oh, we got the 5-second ad break comes up.
Yeah, always get an ad.
Yeah, it's typical. There we
It's taking
go.
ages. I'm having to use my data on my phone.
It's up on mine.
It's gonna lag, but anyway, hello guys and welcome to BRS Series 1. Is it stopped again?
No.
Just laughing for no reason. Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
Let's do your intro.
Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
Just
Why
do
are you
your
laughing?
intro.
No. Why are you laughing? Let me know that first. What is wrong?
What?
It's just on the screen with the guy holding his hand in his face. Yes. Oh no, it's not. No, it's not. It's fine.
Yes, I know.
And the resolution's fine as well. It doesn't look bad either.
God, don't get your knickers in a twist.
Why were you? I hate you. Anyway.
Cheers.
Hello guys, and welcome to BRS Series 1. Today we are in Belgium, and I'm joined by the very irritating General Jake.
I'm good. Did you say how?
Yeah.
Oh.
Are you listening?
Hello everybody. Sorry that. I mean, yeah, I was just laughing. But yeah, I'm
About what? Explain.
So yeah, I am.
Explain the joke.
No, I'm still laughing from before. We was arguing about stream resolution.
Really?
Yeah.
Sure?
But yeah, I'm good. I'm ready for today's race. Into weather. For the race apparently.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've been told it's gonna be similar to Series 2, but it's not gonna rain quali. So I hope, but it's not. I think Series 2 was full wet, so this is gonna be inters. So yeah. Both BRS races at Belgium has been raining. That's going to be interesting.
Well, we all know that this track is known for its doer weather. Of course, having some updates done to it currently to do with the runoff, so that it can be used in FOM events. That of course doesn't affect F1. That will only affect MotoGP, so they can go back here, so they can have some motorcycle racing back. Does not affect F1 at all, which is wonderful. So the track stays the same, just more runoff for us. Because, you know, if we don't have good amounts of runoffs at Eau Rouge, we get big incidents, a bit like Antoine Hubert in 2019 F2. That's not what we want in the slightest. As Mark now heads through turn 1 and puts his foot down, heading towards the infamous Eau Rouge and Radion complex. And hello, William Kingsfield. What a name that is. As Mark heads up Eau Rouge, flat out through there. He's got the confidence already in qualifying on the medium compound tyre. Just absolutely send it as he heads down the Kemmel straight. An extremely long straight here. Of course, you've been going flat out since turn 1, so you're carrying a lot of speed through there with the DRS open as well. And then into a very windy part of the track, heading into the hairpin. And then, of course, No Name afterwards. He goes a little bit deep into the hairpin there and misses that second apex. Heading into No Name now. Gets it nicely tucked in. A little bit of a loss of the rear end heading in there. Is he going to take the eSports line? The answer is no. He stays firmly on the track, doesn't touch that AstroTurf. He avoids the curb at Puon. You don't want to be touching that. You touch that, you will turn into a bit of a Beyblade. And also you don't want to be touching the inside curb through this corner too much either, and he avoids that pretty nicely. Heading into the final corner of Sector 2. Then he gets a big stab forward steer, has to catch it, and that will be his lap over.
That's going for Mark. It was looking at quite a decent lap for him there. Yeah, evening, William. How are you today? So yeah, it's it'll be TTM Kai next across the line. Fortunately, Mark. Is Mark? No, Mark's not that. No.
Where is Kai? Oh, there he is.
He's just behind. Well, he's just coming up to the bus stop chicane now. Yeah, comes around.
It was adapted a couple years ago to make it not a bus stop, but anyway.
Mark sets a 52, but it's going to definitely be beaten by Kai. It's a 42.387 for Kai on the soft tyres.
Very nicely done from Kai there. I think we'll see that beaten in this qualifying session. Of course, we do have 3 parts to qualifying. 5 people be eliminated this time round. And then you'll see 5 more going Q2. And then we have a top 10 shootout for pole position. So just wait for that, guys. But interestingly, the people who are on the mediums, of course, they have confidence that they can get themselves through on a slower compound of tyre. They have faith in themselves that they can manage to make it work. So we'll see what they can do here. And let's give you a quick rundown of the championship order, shall we? As it stands, Limitless, the man we're watching currently, leads the way on 148 points. Snipes is in second on 119, Mary's is in third on 99, Mark is in fourth on 73, Kimmy joins him on 73, Kirby's got 63, then it's Rusty, who hasn't raced since about the third race, James is after that, then it's Millsy, then Levi, then Dizzy, then A Mercy, then Geno, then Wookie, then Arch, then Luciano, then Stonks, then Porky, then Amin, then Goxley, then Fairley, then Wazuk, then MBSFN, and then, of course, Speed Demon, who is the lowest of the people who have a full-time drive with only 2 points to his name. Can he improve that today? We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, Speed Demon, he's not been here for all of the season. I think he's missed quite a lot of races. So it'd be nice to see him get maybe a podium, a top 5 finish today, so he can boost up his confidence in the Series 1.
Yeah, he really needs a little bit of boost of confidence. He has to take some decent breaks away from racing, which is understandable, but unfortunately it brings you out of your flow, and well, that just really decreases your speed, and can mean that you get all out of sorts. Of course, Tira Limitless, the championship leader, is racing today, but he will not be racing next week. Will that mean that he's going to have a possible problem there? Could he get out of his flow and screw himself over? That is a big possibility for him the week after next.
Yeah, it's gonna be a really big pain for Limitless. He's currently got a 29-point gap, so if he can at least be 27 points ahead of Snipes going into next round, he knows who will be leading the championship still going into the final round. But obviously, he will definitely need to beat Snipes in the final round, as it is double points in the final round. So yeah, he's gonna really need to get his game on today. Really score some good points today.
Is the week after next the final round?
Yeah, we've only got, this is,
Am I right in that?
we count this as 3 more rounds, so it'll be 2 more rounds from next week. So yeah, BRS season, I don't know, I think it's season 3. Yeah, it is. Season 3 is nearly coming to an end. Honestly, my words of this season, sensational season, BRS.
Well, the tone was set, wasn't it, in the first race of the season, all the way back in Britain. If you can remember that far back, when Levi made a very stupid call to pull into the pit with only 3 laps remaining under safety car. That dropped him right the way out of the points. It was a surefire victory for him. Handed ATE Rusty that victory. And, well, Mary's, of course, if you remember his amazing podium streak, first 3 races without being off the podium. He was third every time, but that does not matter. He was still on the podium. Currently sat in third in the championship. Today we'll be looking to beat that 100-point barrier as Limitless goes up into 6th place on the medium compound tyre.
Yeah, another person to mention today that obviously you won't be familiar with him. It's James B 2004. Yes, James B 2004 is a really, really good driver. Yeah, he won Portimao, and he on time trial he set the world record for Portimao on time trial. So James B, and the assists, he uses auto gears and ABS, and he's really
auto gears.
Yes, sir.
If he turns on manual gears, he'd be the fastest driver in the world. Surely. Because they're meant to be faster, aren't they? And of course ABS, we all know, is a cheat mechanism for people to go faster, so fair enough that he's got that on. But still, with with automatic, I'm not disparaging, by the way. People who use ABS, I do use ABS myself, and I know you do too, Jake.
No, no.
I'm not. You don't use it.
I'm joking.
I was gonna say. Goxley's just taking the esports line though, heading into P1. He is out to fight in that Mercedes.
Always a car.
He knows what he needs to do today. That is a McLaren. Is that Hypes or Dizzy?
Hypes.
Not great for Hypes there. Last time I watched him do a race, it was Baku in another league, and he managed to slam himself and someone else into the pit lane entry wall. So let's hope that he avoids that today. And proves us to. James is learning manual gears apparently. Well, he needs to learn them fast. I think, personally.
To be fair, he's limitless his pace. To be fair, he is limitless his pace. It's still not what he is. So it'll take him a bit of time. It took me about 3 weeks, 2 weeks to learn manual, to really get the rhythm on manual gears. But I do think James is a great driver. Obviously, Portimao is a good track for pad, and he really showed his performance there. And now he is coming out in the softs, talking about him. Obviously, JD is the TR element. Sorry, he's on the mediums, and so he set a lap on the mediums. James set a lap on the mediums as well, but JD did go faster than James. So yeah, but
I mention this. I was just gonna say I mention this every single week I commentate, but JD Limitless, of course. Has thousands of people watching him at any given moment.
Pressure.
Which, of course, is pressure. It's massive pressure. Mark goes fastest, but it's so much pressure, and one of these days he's got to crack. One of these days he's got to crack. Of course, we saw in Jeddah that collision between him, Porky, and I've forgotten who was on the outside of him at that stage, but, of course, a little bit sandwiched in the middle, and he did crash out. And the rest of the stream looking at that incident over and over again. He's got a lot of weight on his shoulders, especially with him leading the championship and being the current holder of the championship. There's so much pressure on him. Snipes is coming in, and well, currently ahead of Limitless, although Limitless set that fastest lap on a medium compound tyre. Snipes, though, will be looking to really charge up, especially next week, to make this one work.
Took 3 days, Harry, to learn it. Well, it takes. Everyone is different, Harry. But it took.
I just switched. I literally just got the new game. So from 2020 to 2021, I just switched it off.
Fair enough. I'll say it took me longer to learn. Obviously, medium traction, land. All the years, and I really have improved a lot since I've turned back, gone to medium traction and gone to, yeah, it's really good. And if I was JD and I had so many people watching me, I would just be under pressure and I would crash. Obviously I do stream my races, but I only know a couple of my friends watch and don't get many viewers. But if I had that many people like JD, I would be under pressure and I probably would crash out. I wouldn't be able to cope with it.
Most people would be struggling with that. He knows how to deal with that pressure. Of course,
wow.
We have seen mistakes from him this season. Mary's goes 1,000th of a second faster than Mark. That is how close the margins are here in BRS Series 1. And Mary's showing why they are third in the championship as it stands. Only just ahead of Mark, who's of course fourth in the championship. But that is extremely, extremely close at the top.
Yeah, Maris is obviously still in the championship fight, but he's a little bit. I don't know how many points he's away. Let me have a little check. I think he's a lot more further away than Snipes. Unfortunately, he's 20 points away from Snipes. He can still win it. He's going to need Snipes to DNF and JD to DNF, and he needs to win at least the next 2 races to get right back in this championship. So it's going to be a big shout.
Way off.
Maris.
Yeah, he's a long way off at the moment, is Maris, and same with Mark, really. They're too far away, even though they are third and fourth. This is a battle between Snipes and Limitless now. As James B, just about to finish his lap, activates the DRS, crosses the line, and it's fastest for James. Very nicely done. A 42 flat for him. Very, very, very well done.
I hope we can break into the 41s. James obviously did go faster, he's on the soft, so I would like to see if he would have ahead of Limitless on the mediums, to be fair. It is what it is. It's 42-0. I
I think,
wonder.
well, if it's into weather, these guys will be using wet setups, you would think. Rookie has retired in the pit lane, but I would think people are using wet setups because if it is going to be into weather, that is, because then they're going to be they're going to get a better time of it, aren't they, during the race? And of course, the race is where you get the points.
It is, and I am for Series 2. Obviously, it was dry in the quality, and I thought, no, the race is more important. Put a wet setup on. So I don't know what these guys have gone for. To be honest, it could be mixed. Some people might have gone just for their dry setups and hope it's good in the race. To be honest, some people do that.
Yeah, that is a possibility. We've just had an ad break. So the people who have avoided the ad break,
Me,
lucky you.
me.
But that's because you're a mod, isn't it? So that's why.
And I think I'm.
Wait, I'm a mod as well, aren't I? I'm a mod as well.
I think I've subbed to a few people, so that may be why.
That could be why I have no sub.
Hey.
Anyway, Limitless turning into the final couple corners now. He gets a bit of oversteer there. Can he get us into the 41s? The answer's no, but he crosses the line and goes
that's not
8th.
good.
There were some mistakes on that lap. There were some mistakes as Cosme goes into 9th. That does mean he is in slight danger though. Millsy he was 1,000th up in the first sector. He's now 5/10ths up in the second sector as we now have a lot more people crossing the line. Luciano and Amin, 2 of those, 10th and 11th for those guys. Obviously, he's moved up into 3rd.
I still think Limitless is safe, to be fair. It's not one of the best laps from Limitless. I'm sure he'll start showing up when it gets to Q2, Q3. He'll really start pumping in the times.
Well, his teammate's gone 11th. Should be safe. Kimmy is right on the limit here. Him and Hypes, the 2 guys trying to get themselves out of the drop zone. And Hypes has given up. Hypes has given up. He will be starting in P19.
Just realised Kimmy and Limitless are wearing the same helmets, but just different colours. If you look at it, they are wearing the same helmets. I love that design. To be fair, I really love the design.
Kimmy's just trying to be more like Limitless. Maybe he thinks that will make him faster. Maybe. We'll see whether he can get out the drop zone first. That'll be interesting. It's either him or his teammate, actually. So he's going to be knocking Geno out. And as it stands, that is enough to get him into the next part of qualifying. Rookie's done that calculation absolutely perfectly. He'll be qualifying in P15 if Kimmy goes faster than him. But Kimmy now coming through into the bus stop chicane. Can he get himself into the second part of qualifying? It's him or his teammate Alex Geno, and it's looking like it's going to be Kimmy going through.
Yeah.
And it is Kimmy going through. Very nicely done. P11 for him. And the 5 people we won't be seeing in the next part of qualifying is Geno, Dizzy, Red Bull, Hypes, and Speed Demon, and the 2 McLarens going out. So you will not be seeing that papaya orange in Q2.
Yeah. To be fair, I was expecting to see Dizzy to go out there and Hypes. And I was expecting to see them there. And Speed Demon didn't actually get a lap in, so yeah.
I think Speed Demon. Did he have a penalty of some kind? Did he have a quali ban?
I don't know. Maybe if anyone's in the chat that's an FIA, maybe they could tell us. Because I don't have a clue.
Yeah, I don't know.
But he would have retired.
Also just. Oh yeah, he would have. So just struggles for Speed Demon then. Obviously couldn't quite set that lap as he wanted to. Shame for him. But we're about to head into Q2. There we go, right on cue. And it's James looking fastest at the moment with a 42 flat. It's Kirby second, Goxie third, Snipes fourth, Mary's fifth. Heading into the next part of qualifying. And between 4th and 6th, there's a gap of 0.004 of a second. These 2, that's 2nd, 3rd, and 4th in the championship. Now that is close.
Interesting to see. I'm going out of Speed Demon Hypes, Red Bull Dizzy, you know. Wookie is just safe. Look at the gap to Wookie in yellow. Not a big gap at all. Wookie's a very lucky man. Maybe looking fast.
Well, that's not that big of a gap. Wookie just managing to get himself through, but he has got himself through. Geno will be kicking himself that he couldn't find an extra 400ths of a second there, but unlucky for him.
Next season, I'm really excited to see the season in BRS because now we've got James and now we've got Kirby. The two drivers that could really have a really good battle Limitless next season. I'm sensing a battle between Limitless, James, and Kirby next season for the championship. I think it's going to be them three. Really do.
That'd be amazing.
Unless Levi comes back, it's going to be them three.
And Rusty as well. Would Rusty come back? Or maybe Carsey returns. He's had a couple appearances this season. Not many, but he has turned up a couple times. So maybe Carsey gets involved as well. Also a very fast driver. So we'll have to wait and see on that one, won't we?
Oh, 100%.
Of course, then, after that season, that would have to be a decently short season. Bearing in mind, game coming out in... the next game coming out in June, so it has to be a decently short season.
Well, they're only going to have a week break. We're doing these last 3 rounds. They're going to have a week break, and then they'll be straight into it with 12 rounds, and it should be done a week before the game comes out, if I am correct. So 12 races is just going to be enough.
Perfectly timed then. That would be absolutely wonderful. And then, of course, a new game could completely throw everything off. You never know. Next game, we could see...
Me up there?
Jake. Yeah, we could see Jake up there.
You could see me and Wesley in Series 1 of the championship.
Highly unlikely, bearing in mind we both have exams at about the time when the game comes out. But hey-ho.
Well, they'll be coming to an end, to be fair.
Yeah, but still doing exams.
Yeah.
So...
For the rest of July, and then yeah.
Yeah. When is the game set to come out?
I think it's July the 17th.
July, not June.
I've been told July 17th.
July. Oh, okay. Exams are over and done with. Then that's fine.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, exams are over and done with. We'll just sweat the game out for our lives. That's all we have to do. No summer work, no nothing. Just sweat the game out.
When did it come? When did the 2021 come out?
June 16th, I believe.
Yeah, so
I don't know how I remember that.
Well, like I've been told July, and if it is July, that's a bit late.
That's what I was thinking when you said July 17th. I was like, oh, it's not June because that's very similar to previous.
I'm sure it's July, if I'm going to be completely honest.
Clearly, EA don't like to release their games at a good time. Because what is quite funny with EA is that the rest of their games get released before the season starts. Not with F1. That starts 5 months later. Yeah.
July the 16th.
Makes no sense to me.
Well, one day earlier. That's good. Thank you, Harry. One day earlier. Okay, July the 16th.
An exact month later. So they've taken 13 months to develop this game. So
bit lazy.
Well, let's see. Well, hopefully it should be good. Have you heard the rumour about the supercars possibly being...
Ooh, that'd be good. That'd be good. That'd be good.
In it? Supercars? You want supercars in an F1 game?
Oh yeah. The thing that...
An F1 game?
Yeah. I would like it.
You'd like it? Okay. I prefer F3.
Fair enough. The thing that I hope they do, they don't have to like keep updating after they release it, because they've done a lot of updates in this new game, and yeah, they've sorted out a lot of issues very late as well. Like when you join in quali, you have an issue before you start the race. You can't start the race. So yeah, they've sorted that out now, but they've left that very, very late. So yeah.
Yeah, they take a while to sort things out. They are quite a small development team, of course, but with the EA coming in, they probably should be much better than that. As Guy moves up into the lead of the race, then.
Limitless invalidates on his lap.
Lead of the race. I'm an idiot. But yeah.
CD agrees with you.
Yeah. See, Davies.
Get off of it, CD.
It's better than supercars.
Get out of his chat.
I'd have F4 over supercars.
Oh god.
it's a Formula 1 game.
No.
I would love to be able to go from F4 all the way to F1. Or F3 all the way to F1. I'd love that.
To be fair, I'd like to see what F3 cars are like.
James moves up ahead of Kai, and much faster actually, but not quite as fast as Q1 time. And of course, the track is getting rubbered in all the time, so watch out for him later on.
To be fair,
Session, but that should be enough for him to get through actually.
I was good. You want classic cars back? I agree with you. Classic cars.
Yeah, classic cars.
Please.
I have a feeling that EA is going to release the classic cars as a DLC.
Yes. I love the classic cars, and I actually did some few social races of classic cars. I really enjoyed them. I hope they bring back the classic cars. So yeah, if you're watching this,
tracks maybe as well. Classic tracks. That'd be cool.
The short tracks, the short Bahrain shorts are really good.
Yeah, I don't know why they took those out. There was literally no point in taking those out. It's like they're just the same as normal.
Fair, I would have done.
Literally just cut them off. And you're fine.
If there was still the short tracks, I would have put it in the calendar. To be honest, one of them.
Well, lots of leagues did, but yeah.
It's a shame.
Anyway, Luciano about to complete his lap.
Hockenheim.
Crosses the line, goes fourth.
Yes,
He's about to finish his as well. Hockenheim would be nice.
It's a good track. It's gotten that. It's gone. And Malaysia's a really good track as well.
Yeah, that is a nice track. But in fairness, they have that. Hopefully, they've created Miami. Please say they've created Miami, and please say they end up creating Las Vegas in time. That'd be helpful. But yeah.
And do you know what? Qatar. Why can that not be on it? Qatar would have been an interesting one.
Qatar?
Yeah.
Qatar will be on next year's game when we race that, I would assume.
I love new tracks. I'll tell you that. I love new tracks.
I also really hope that they actually laser scan. What they use laser scans to base it off? Why don't they just laser scan the tracks? It's so much easier.
Miami.
Miami will be very interesting this year. Of course, the only new track coming in, but yeah, that will be very fun to see. That'll be a wonderful one.
Yeah, Limbus getting a 42.5. Obviously, he did muck up his first lap, so he'll probably come out again on either a fresh set, which I'm sure he will.
Invalidated. I think he was going for another lap in a row there, but he has just invalidated again.
He wasn't.
No, he wasn't. He was 3 seconds down. It just seemed like he was going quite fast, because that's about my pace anyway. It's fine. Chungus is on a lap at the moment. I can tell this because he's pushing the car to its limit, you see, in the Alpine.
Oh!
And he's just... That was a weird corner, wasn't it?
Right.
He almost turned it into a square.
Yes.
I mean, did he not?
Yeah, I can agree with you.
But Chungus now heading into the bus stop chicane, which again, I'm really annoyed about the fact they changed it to make it look not like a bus stop, and then extended the track, so it's 4 meters too long anyway. Chungus
Quite more.
Moves up into 9. Oh well, they moved it so the track is now 9. It's 4 meters too long, but yet the start finish it's 4 meters too long for the FIA limits to be able to hold an F1 race. But at the same time, the start-finish straight is 4 meters too short to be able to hold an F1 race.
Enough.
4 meters too long in one metric, 4 meters too short in another. Story of my life.
The story of my life. Bam, bam, bam.
You do not know the song at all, anyway.
Oi, you! Oh, watch your mouth.
You don't. I guess you're not much of a One Direction fan, but hey ho. Start heading into the final corner now. Yeah, I also agree. It would be very cool to have some more realistic crashes. And Mark crosses the line. It's an upper P2. Very nicely done.
Sheesh, that's a good lap from Mark. It's a really good lap from Mark.
Unfortunately, though, Davies, I think. Well, no, Hazard actually.
Davies.
I feel like EA play to the casuals more than anything else, and we're not really casual players. If you're watching a league race, you're not really a casual player, and you want it to be more like a sim. Unfortunately, EA play to the casuals because the casuals are the majority of the player base. That means career mode, and that means I wouldn't be surprised if there was some kind of ultimate team next year, like in FIFA. They'll try it, I guarantee you.
Yeah. The thing that I would like to see in the next game, or a few games in years, that the game punishes people that uses assists, like James, like auto gears. Come on.
Yeah, well, it does. It does punish you. You are slower if you use assists. But like if you take a road car, of course they all have ABS and traction control, so idiots don't crash them. But if you then take that exact same road car, turn them off, get the same person to drive a lap with it, the one without traction control and ABS is going to be faster around the track because, yes, it will be a wet race. It is into weather, heading into the race here in Belgium. We're in Q2. We've only got 3 minutes left. At the end of this, 5 people will be out: Chungus, Luciano, Kimi, Millsy, and Cosmic. James has decided he's done enough.
Imagine if everyone gets into the 41s, you know. It won't happen, but I'd love to see that.
Highly unlikely, I must say. Highly unlikely.
Yes, says Razus Prime.
Razius Prime. What a name that is. Razius Prime. I love that. Absolutely love the name, mate. Never change it.
Kimi, 4.5 tenths up.
He is. That would put him, as it stands, into 9th place. That would just be enough to get him through into Q3. As it stands, of course, people will improve. So you want to improve by more than that. Heading into the bus stop chicane now. How much time did he lose in the bus stop chicane last time? Well, we're about to find out. He activates that DRS, gets a bit of oversteer, crosses the line.
Ooh.
It's enough for 5th. Very nicely done.
It's a great lap from Kimi there. Let's see,
Indeed.
if he's safe, I have a feeling Limitless will improve, Maris will improve. So, yeah.
Yeah, Mary's Limitless will definitely improve. Mark's decided he's done enough. So we'll definitely be seeing James and Mark in the final part of qualifying. But can Limitless be the first man to get into the 41s? He's 3 tenths up as it stands. That would put him into P2. Wookie's also retired. He's happy with his lap. But Limitless, can he be the first one to get into the 41s? He needs 0.578 if he wants to just get in. Of course, we'll round that to 6 tenths up on his previous time. And activate the DRS and cross the line. What's going to be for Limitless? He's not quite the first one. 500ths off, unfortunately for him, but he's still fastest so far. Very nicely done as Kai moves up into 4th place, or just starting a lap actually, I think. So interesting.
Yeah.
It is another lap, I believe. No.
Yeah, Razzie, you do like to bowl a lot in Series 2. You do like to bowl your races a lot, mate. Where was your win at Belgium? You started on pole. Come on. No, Harry.
Jake, Hazard, Brad and Jensen are going to do classic car race on F1 2020 if you want to join them.
Didn't really ask.
I'll let you know.
Not interested.
Goxley about to complete his lap then. Currently sat in P9. He'll want to get much further up the order. Crosses the line. And he is the first in the 41s. Goxley bringing out the big guns in Q2. First man into the 41s. We've been sleeping on him during this qualifying session so far, and he's just made the whole world notice. Moves up into provisional pole position, and what a lap it is from the Gox.
Should be better than Alpha. Razzo, come on, you should know better. Come on, man, honestly. Oh, I'm happy someone's got into the 41s. I've been waiting for that, and the Goxley has done it. Well done to him.
Very, very nicely done from Goxley. That Snipe, second place in the championship currently, will not be in Q3. He will not get another lap. His time will be up as he crosses the line. What's it be for Snipes? It's enough for fourth. He'll be getting himself through into the next part of qualifying. Kai has moved into the 41s as well. We got a second man into that. As Chungus moves third, not quite in the 41s, but James's time is looking more precarious by the second. Kimmy's invalidated. He will not be improving and will be out of this qualifying session. Millsy's retired in the pit lane. Only 3 people to go. James will be fine. The people
BRS
in
next.
danger are Amin, Luciano and Wookie. Cosmic is the next one to cross the line. What will it be? It's enough for P7. Very nicely done. Marius didn't improve, so only 1 man to go. It's Luciano or Kirby that is going out here.
Luciano will need to improve because Kirby is currently out on his time by nearly 2 tenths. Ooh, like that would get him ahead of Luciano, so Luciano does need to improve here. Comes down the final corner, takes the shortest way to the line, and gets a 140. Wow, well, he's through now.
He is through. Amin or Kirby then? Which one will it be? Kirby will cross the line first, and it's Amin's chance to respond.
See, but Ermine.
It could be Mark. It could be Mark if Ermine improves now. Oh, he's pulled into the pits. He's done.
Mark, just safe there.
Ooh, very, very close there. But look at the gap separating the entire field in this qualifying session. 4 tenths. 4 tenths. That's ridiculous.
If you go to leader, wow, that is... no comment.
4 tenths is the gap. 3 thousandths between Limitless and Chungus.
Wow.
Not much separating every other driver. Very, very good. And actually, you get an entire... well, I say 4 tenths separating everyone, actually. It's not quite that. It's 6 tenths separating everyone. But if you take the people who've got more competitive times, if you go from 12th to 1st, it's only 4 tenths. I was actually looking at Millsy to Goxley, and I was just looking at the behind the decimal place. I didn't realise Millsy had a 43. Not the greatest showing from him there. He obviously couldn't get in a proper lap time in this part of qualifying.
Yeah, it's a bit annoying for Millsy. But it's nice to see how everyone is really close to each other.
It is amazing to see. Unfortunate thing for Limitless is the double is looking like it's less likely by the second, especially with his teammate qualifying in P15, and the 2 Alpines looking extremely, extremely strong. Of course, Alpine on 168 points in second at the moment, and Haas leading the way on 190 points. And only one of the Haas's currently in the points. And of course, Goxley for Mercedes in first at the moment. He's looking very, very strong. And they're in third in the Constructors' Championship. Aston Martin fourth in that. And both Aston Martins making their way into the next part of qualifying. So we'll have to wait and see. But it's Amin, Wookie, Kimmy, Mary, and Millsy all out in this part of qualifying. Amin is the odd one out. He's the only one whose name doesn't end with an E. Just saying.
Up the Alpine, yes. It really needs to have Millsy scoring points, even if it's 1 point, 2 points, because I don't think it's going to be an easy constructors for Haas, to be honest.
Especially, of course, with Abu Dhabi on its way. We all know what's going to go down then. I'll let you say it, Jake, because you seem very hyped about it.
Yes, if you don't know already. It is double points at Abu Dhabi, and I am. I'm buzzing for the double points, to be fair. A victory, I think it's 50 points, right? Flipping hell.
50 points.
No, 52.
And if you get fastest,
no, 51, sorry.
Fastest lap, 54 with fastest lap.
Wow.
Oh, wait, no, not 50.
No, 52.
No, not 54 with 52. What is wrong with my brain?
Mate, I'm buzzing for it. I am literally sitting here like, come on. It's
I don't know why, but I was thinking 2 races, then double the fastest lap points for the 2 races anyway.
It'll be top 10, all double points. So yeah, that'll be interesting to see.
Well, you can't
I
really
could
double
win.
0, can you?
No. Well, as I said,
0 times 2 is 0, everybody.
Well, obviously.
Singapore. If you win the champion, when are we racing Singapore?
Yeah, Razza, we don't really. Razza, we don't care. You're too far back to win it at Singapore.
Yeah, we don't care. No. Is Singapore next week?
Yeah, and then it's Abu Dhabi.
I love a good Singapore race, I have to say. Singapore is a wonderful, wonderful track.
What's your
and actually a really nice track to drive as well.
What's your best street circuit?
Oh, none.
Nah, I need one.
Australia.
That's not a street circuit. Oh, is
yes,
it?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
It's Canada. Canada counts as a street circuit, right?
Yeah, Canada and Australia are both street circuits.
Snipes needs to be aware because I don't know why Limitless is Saturday AI.
Yeah, what? He's not Saturday.
That could be a pain.
Oh, no, he is.
Saturn. Yeah, he's Saturday. Ah, he's got no control. He had no controllers available. Just quickly checking why. Fair enough. But yeah.
Right, who'll be the first one to start their lap? That will be Kirby first. Who will be the first person in this part of qualifying to get themselves into the 41s? And can anyone get themselves into the 40s?
No.
Can it happen?
Hello,
Can it happen? We've had a prediction of low 41s of James and Limitless. Could one of them put out a lap of a lifetime and get themselves into the 140s?
Let's see.
If I'm right, I deserve to be worshipped. If I'm wrong,
Kirby's invalidated.
We're not going to talk about this ever again. Kirby invalidated, so will not be the first person to go into the 41s. I think the first person will be James. We said he was very close in Q1. He was also very close in Q2, but he only set 1 lap in Q2, so that stopped him from being able to do it. Not taking the esports line is James there, interestingly enough. So now heading into the final part of Sector 2, goes past Kirby, got a tiny little bit of slipstream off of him. PSR Brown has joined for some reason, and we are now heading into the final sector of the track. He sets a purple Sector 2 along the way because he's the first man to set a Sector 2. And heading into the bus stop chicane now is James. He'll whip through Blanchimont at almost 200 miles an hour and cross the line. What time will it be for James B 2004? Wait and see. He activates the DRS, crosses the line, and it's fastest for him. It's a 41.8, and it's the fastest time we've seen so far today. Very nicely done from him. Goxley next. Goxley 42.0, slower than his Q2 time. Chungusko also slower than his Q2 time. Snipes also slower than his Q2 time. Much slower. He must have made a big mistake.
From Limitless as well. No one's putting that at laps.
Much slower.
Yes, hello, Dog. How are you? Oh, Kai. Wow. Wasn't expecting that.
Kai with a very good time. I sound like Scooby-Doo then. But very nice time from Kai. If you didn't know, I voiced Scooby-Doo. Yeah, that was me.
Fair enough.
If anyone just fell for that, sort your brain out. No one would have fallen for it, so it's all good. But Kirby now heading into the final part of Sector 2 in that beautiful, beautiful AlphaTauri. And looking to get himself in the top 3, I think is where I'll be aiming. Can he get himself in the 41s is the real question. And that is the answer we'll have to wait for, because he's heading into the final couple corners now, whipping through Blanchimont. slightly higher entry speed into Blanchimont than James B had, so possibly a lower downforce setup for Kirby, or possibly he got a better exit out of the final corner before a flat out section, but he crosses the line, and it's not quite enough to get him into the 41s. That's a very nice time from Kirby there, 42.1. Is Cosmic. Who was he? Just improved. That was Luciano. He's up into P7, and Snipes is now last because he hasn't set a proper lap time yet.
Yep, he did hit the pit. He did hit the wall when he was coming into the pits. But yeah, Snipes is probably definitely got another second and maybe another 1.2 seconds on him. Definitely,
yeah,
Snipes.
We would hope so for him. For his sake, and of course the championship's sake, I hope he has another 3 seconds on him.
Yes.
He won't, because that would be ridiculous.
I've got an ad.
Same. Ad break. Woo!
Yay!
But some people can still hear us, so let's keep talking. Who do you think is going to be getting pole position here today?
Gonna put my money on Kirby. I reckon he'll improve.
Pole position for Kirby. Interesting there. I think it's going to be Gox the Ox.
Fair enough.
Goxy25, if you guys didn't pick up on the amazing nickname I literally just came up with. Simon's genius.
If Limitless was here for the Singapore Grand Prix, he would have been able to win the championship there, but obviously he isn't. So he's going to have to, if he can get a win today and Snipes gets a DNF, the gap will be 54 points. And say Snipes DNFs at Singapore, Limitless will win the championship at Singapore. With Snipes DNFing and he wins today, and Snipes doesn't get any points as well today.
Snipes, well, we all know Snipes will be playing this very carefully, and so will Limitless. They both do not want to DNF at all costs. But of course, Limitless, he could get a race ban this race.
How? What makes you say that?
Because he's not racing next race anyway, is he?
Okay. I'm baffled.
If you think about it, if he wanted to be very dirty and win the championship, he could technically, I'm not suggesting this, but he could technically take out Snipes today,
Yeah.
keep the gap as it is, take out Snipes, win the race, extend the gap massively, and then go on to win at Abu Dhabi much more easily.
Amazing.
But of course, we don't want that to happen, because that would be ridiculous. But
It's not going to happen. What are you on about?
It's not. It's Limitless, it's not going to happen, but it is a possibility that Ori's ban card is technically in play, but he won't be using it, because
we know.
he's a good person and a good racer.
Snipes, I think he's on the controller, and he's done really well on that controller as well, to be honest, this season.
That's actually pretty insane. Does James use a controller? Is he real?
Yes, controller. And he does auto gears and ABS.
No, but I was going to say, if he was manual gears on a wheel, that was like, why?
Auto gears on a wheel, you mean?
Slightly insane. If you do auto gears on a wheel, you're dysfunctional.
Nah, it'd feel really weird. It would feel really weird.
It would just feel awkward, because you'd be trying to shift up, but there's just nothing to... No. Just no.
Just, yeah, anyways, Yarno.
Yarno would what?
I meant Cosmo is on not Yarno.
no, but Yarno would what in the chat? Yarno would,
oh, he would take out his championship rival, get a race ban, and then easy win race.
Yeah. No, but
not even debatable.
No respectable driver would do that. So, yeah. Limitless and Snipes have a collision later on. Limitless branded as not respectable. No, I'm joking.
No, you're not. I am
joking.
I know.
Fully joking. Do not worry.
Cry.
Yeah, you go cry.
I would never cry.
Yeah, you would. Don't lie.
Cheers, mate.
Right. Let us stop
Reese,
this talk
focus.
stats.
And you.
Cosmic is on our lap. He is
5 tenths up.
heading into Blanchimont now, and we'll see what time he can set for himself. Where can he place that Aston Martin? It was the 2022 Aston Martin, I'd say 18th at best, but it's not. It is the 2021 equal cars. As he heads into the final corner now.
He's on
Activates that DRS, crosses the line. What time to be for Cosmic? It's enough for P3. Very nicely done. Third man to enter the 41s today. Who will be next across the line?
Third man to reach 21s in Q3.
Yes. Of course, Coxley.
Mark. It's currently gone 4 tenths faster. Purple in the mid sector. He could go pole here.
To complete his lap.
It is. He is the next one to complete the lap.
We'll see what Mark can do. We know he's a very fast driver. Can he get himself into provisional pole? And we've only got 10 seconds left on the clock. So he will just have, I think, one more lap if he wanted to use it. Yes, he does. He moves up into third. If he wants to keep going, he can keep going. Let's see whether he does.
He is the... Pardon?
Hard to tell whether Mark's still going, but Chungus moves up into P5.
Oh,
Dox is invalidated. Oh, invalidated! Limitless will start in P8 at the best. Luciano and Snipes both on laps currently. Limitless is invalidated on his final lap of Q3.
Car crashes.
That puts him in an awful, awful position.
And Kai crashes as well. He's not going to get another lap in. Can James improve? No, James is way off. A 42.4 for James. If Snipes could, JD could be starting P10 here.
Snipes is the one that will decide that it's a second up as it stands. That's not quite enough to beat Limitless, but he'll be looking for it in the final chicane here. Into the bus stop chicane he dives, bumping over the first curb and the second. Now putting his foot down, activates the DRS, crosses the line.
Wow.
It's enough for P5, and that's a big, big leg up heading into the race here. Of course, against his championship
Next
rival,
person
and of course, with a buffer of his teammate behind him.
Kirby now. I said he was going to be on pole. It's currently 4 tenths up. Is this pole position for Kirby? Oh no! It's just off.
4 thousandths of a second away.
No, my prediction.
It doesn't get any closer. It doesn't get any closer. And Mark would have been third, but he invalidated, unfortunately, on that lap.
It's an AlphaTauri 1-2.
It's an AlphaTauri 1-2.
What seems?
Williams are in third. You got Aston Martin 4-5. Then you've got an Alpine 6-7. And then you've got Mercedes, then a Red Bull, then the championship leader down in 10th place.
Oh, Harry,
He's got
shut
to
up.
fight his way through the pack with his championship rival sat in P5 with a blockade of a teammate sat right behind him. Now this is going to be an interesting race, but it's Kai and Kirby on the front row. 4,000 separates them, and only 5/10 separates the top 10. This is how close it is in BRS Series 1.
I did say my predictions was Kirby for pole position, so damn it, you Kirby, you ashamed me.
Damn the 4,000s, yeah?
Yeah. So an AlphaTauri 1-2 is nothing you would see, and it's an this is quite interesting. It's Aston Martin row and it's an Alpine row. Yay! I'm sure we'll have a set time to when we're ready out, so it'll probably be 2032. That's my guesses. We'll have a quick look in the chat. 2032, 8:32, 8:31. So that's 1 minute off. Oh, look at that weather.
Now that is some rain. Could we see some wets coming into play later on in the race? Of course, Belgium known for its wet weather. So after a long amount of rain, we could end up heading on to the wets.
It's a bit wet out there.
You don't say.
Kimmy might
The drive
go.
is currently getting soaked.
Kimmy might go, says. Oh, we've got a few Kimmy fans. Mark for the win. Could be, you never know. So I'm going to pop off to the toilet and going to get a quick drink. James for the win, okay. I'm going to leave you with Mr. Westy Dog. Back in the mo.
Right, guys, now he's gone. Let's have a quick discussion about how his prediction was absolutely useless and the fact that James will not win this race in the slightest. Right then, guys, put in the chat your predictions for this race. I want to see what you guys think is going to go down. Yeah, I was joking. That's it, don't worry. But what you guys think is going to happen in this race, please do put it in the chat. I want to see what you guys think is going to happen. I want to see what you guys think is going to win. Will it be one of the two front row Alpha Tauris? Or will it be someone from further back? Do you think that possibly Limitless could get a run into the lead? He'd have to have a lot of luck to get himself there. We know that Slipstream and DRS is very, very powerful round here. James, Limitless and Snipes, you think is going to be the order? Well, I know that Limitless would be very happy with that. A P2 after qualifying P10. Well, that would be ridiculous, but I wouldn't be too surprised, I have to say. But that'd be absolutely amazing for Limitless if he could manage to pull that one off. And Snipes P3, that would mean he only loses 3 points to Limitless. That would be very nice indeed for him. And of course, James, you've just said he has a lot of race pace. We'll have to wait and see whether he has race pace in the wet. Whether Limitless will crack under pressure once again. Will he fail once again at managing to get this to work? Or will he complete the tasks today and get himself right the way up the order? I'll have to wait and see. I think penalties could become quite a factor in this race. Of course, it being wet and a track that's not too kind in terms of penalties. So we shall have to wait and see, won't we? We shall have to wait and see. Don't really like asking this, but I'm going to anyway. If you guys do want to, please do please send the link of the stream to your mates. Get some more people in here. We don't want anyone to miss this action, especially with only 3 races to go here in BRS Series 1. You don't want to miss 1 second. Jake, there was no need. There was no need. I'm carrying right here, and you've disappeared for the last 4 minutes. Look, he's always a 5-year-old, just sometimes he manages to mask it. That's the only difference to normal. Quite young as well, don't judge him.
There was need.
There was no need. Everyone starting on the Inters. Of course, that makes sense. That no one's going to really take a risk on that.
Right. It's going to be the wet, and good luck to all.
Not.
Huh?
Say that, because that's self-promotion. Let's not say that.
So someone says good luck to all drivers. Thank you.
Yeah, good luck to all drivers. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. No free promos here. We don't do that.
Oi.
Demon has left. I just thought I'd mention that.
Left where? Oh yeah, that's the server.
Speed
I meant
Demon's
no,
left,
the session.
Yeah, he's left the session. Also, Davies has said me and him is better than me and you. I agree. Technically, yes, they could do a 0 stop because it is raining. We might see no pit stops in this race. F2 sprint race style. You timed him out for saying you're bad. How petty do you have to be? I'm timing you out now. Yes, I can actually do that.
Well, you can time
Damn
it
it.
out.
No, it said, look, it just told me I can't time out moderators. Unless unless I'm the owner, and I'm not the owner.
Sorry, CD. Okay, that was so rude of you, honestly. Oh, you're kicking me. Oh, I'm scared.
I'm more of a punching guy myself, but whatever, float your boat.
It was only a 10-second timeout. Don't get your knickers in a twist.
But what if he wants to get his knickers in a twist?
Let's get ready for the race, then, guys.
Because Speed Demon disconnected, he's very far behind the rest of the pack.
Well,
so the front guys are going to have quite cold tyres, but it's fine. Right then, it's Kai starting on pole. I'm just going to give myself a refresher. Kirby sat in second, James in third, it's Mark in fourth, it's Cosmic in fifth. Let's get this thing going, shall we?
Yep.
Let's remove the tyres. Let's remove that. Let's remove that. Let's remove that. Let's do this. We got 5 lights! And it's go, go, go here in Belgium. And it's a very good start from Kai there at the front. And a great start from James as well. Already over here taking Kirby before he reached the apex of one. Snipes gaining a couple plates at the start. And just had a coughing fit. The Snipes is up into 4th place. Very nicely done from him. As Jungus Goat moves up into 6th place himself. Mark's down to 5th. And Limitless gains 2 places off the start line there. Wookie's up to 13th. Dizzy moves up on Kimmy. And Geno stays in 16th at the start. Hopes has moved up a place. Wookie gets ahead of Mary's. And we've got a couple moves at the front as well. Mary's gets back ahead of Wookie there. Can we see a move for the lead? No, we won't. Being very cautious at the start. And rightly so. Cosmic is now the barrier between Snipes and Limitless. As Goxley sat right behind. He'll be looking for a move at some point in the near future. Oh, Wookie gets right on the grass as he gets overtaken by Amin and now Dizzy. And probably Kimmy as well here in the end. Can Wookie hold on down the inside? The answer is a very outstanding yes. The Limitless overtake Cosmic into No Name. Very nicely done from him.
So yeah, good start from Kai there. James getting the jump on Kirby there. Good start from James. He's up into P2. Limitless already up into P7. Snipes up into P4. I think he's at 1 position. Who's lost the most positions of that start? It is, if I can get it up on my screen. Where it is. There it is.
Millsy's lost 3, and that is the most. And Cosmic also losing 3. Those two are joint on that one.
You feel better now?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. Oh, that was interesting. I don't know where those coughs came from. Fight through them. Snipes making a move for 3rd place now. Down the inside he goes on Kirby. And I think he's got this one, has he? Not quite yet. He's going for the switchback though. Heading on to the main straight. Chungus Goat looking to get involved, although he gets staff oversteers. That one's not going to work for him. Oh, as Mark gets a massive staff oversteer. Pretty much just allowing Limitless through into turn 1. Mark's going to fight this one though. Down the inside, the Aston Martin tries to keep it, but he can't. Limitless gets ahead up into P6 he goes.
Yeah, Limitless already up 2 places. That's crucial. And Snipes now really going for that P3.
Right on Kirby, right the way around the outside. He will go here, surely, as he heads into the chicane. Lacombs. Actually, no, it's Kirby right the way there. He's going to hold down the inside. Snipes with a little lock-up heading into the corner. They collide a couple times, a little bit of a wheel bang. But it is Snipes who takes the place and up into the podium position. He'll have to chase down James now, and Limitless on the back of Chungus. Can Chungus do his teammate a solid and hold on here?
Also, you've got to remember Speed Demon's been disconnected.
Yeah, of course, you've got to remember that. That's why he's already 2 seconds behind the pack. But everyone else within the DRS range, of course, won't get DRS because it is wet. That Slipstream doing all the work for these guys today. They have to fight their way up. Snipes, the biggest gap actually is between second and third. Snipes is going to have to try and close that down. Marius gets ahead of Luciano, but Luciano fights back. Marius going to try and push his way through, but he can't quite manage to get himself past. He's already up 3 places, but he can't get himself up anymore as it stands.
The good thing about the rain, people can just burn the ARS and it just comes back to them easily.
Chungus diving round the outside of Kirby into the bus stop chicane. He's going to try and get through here. He's banging wheels with Kirby as he goes. But side by side now, heading across the line and onto lap 3 of 22. Chungus have to be later on the brakes once again to go round the outside, but they bang wheels again, and that position will not be Chungus Goats. They'll have to stay behind. There's a lot of people going wide in the background.
Turn the map on, please.
Yeah, sorry, I've turned them off at the start.
Fair enough. Sorry, Harry.
As Chungus Goat now round the outside of Kirby. We saw his teammate do this exact move just 1 lap ago. Can Kirby learn from his mistakes last time round? The answer is, I think, no. They're still side by side, though. The answer is no. Chungus Goat gets through. Kirby makes a mistake and allows Limitless through. Limitless being handed positions left, right and centre. And Kirby now down 4 places. Our biggest loser so far this race. Our biggest winner being the man ahead of him, Limitless, up 5 places, started in 10th, already up to 5th. And Snipes is cutting away at the leader's time. 2/10 he's closed down the gap. Have a quick look at the ERS everyone has, shall we? Most people with a lot of it. Kirby actually with the least of the top 10. Actually the least of the entire grid. Kirby, so he's been dropping a lot of it, but he's also been dropping a lot of places at the same time, so interesting.
Cosmo hasn't touched 1 bit of his... Oh no, now he has.
Cosmo now starting to use it. He'll be using it to defend from Goxley at this stage, I would think. As Kirby's now out of that second gap for Limitless. Of course, no DRS, but it is a good indication of how well someone's doing if they're within that 1 second gap or not. We'll see. Kai sets fast this lap then, of course leading the race as it stands, and he will be trying to push on and make sure this 2-way fight as it stands doesn't turn into a 3-way fight in the near future.
As it stands, Snipes gain a few points on Limitless. As it stands though, it could all change.
5 points.
Yeah, that'd be currently
5 points.
That'll be currently 24 points, and if he gets a win Singapore, he'll take the lead in the championship.
Yes, he will. And Mark now looking for a move on Kirby. Will Kirby lose yet another place? No, Mark can't quite get through. Something is going on with my throat today. I think it's because I've been away for so long. My throat is hating me.
Looks like you're back.
Boxley going for a move on Cosmo into the hairpin. He forces that Mercedes down the inside of the Aston Martin. He's going to try and get himself through once again around the outside. It's not quite going to work for Goxley 25 this time round, but Cosmic still there. He's still pushing Goxley to the side. Unfortunately for Goxley, he still can't get through before Puon, and now we'll have to wait quite a long time. We'll have to wait until the bus stop chicane to make another move, unless Cosmic, of course, makes a mistake.
MV3 Red Bull's not at the best of starts. He's going to be hoping for a safety car.
Yeah. Not great, is it? He's already had to pit, must have got some kind of damage. Goxley, though, got way out of sorts heading on to the final straight. And Luciano says, thank you very much, and takes the place down the inside and up into P9. Goxley, who was looking so fast in Q2, couldn't replicate his lap in Q3, and is paying the price for it currently.
I think Goxley made a little... I think Goxley had to back out because he would have gone into the back of Cosmo.
No, he got some oversteer there, unfortunately for him.
Ah, okay.
Heading through the corner, lots of oversteer had to correct, and that cost him quite dearly. As we might have a move for the lead of the race here. James, the gap is 1/10 between him and Kai. He'll be looking to get himself through and up into the lead of the race. Kai, can he defend well enough? He's been saving up his ERS. They're both dropping it heading down the Kemmel Straight. And he will hold on for at least another couple corners, will Kai.
James is looking really good in this wet. Maybe he's put the wet setup on.
I think he has. Same with Snipes. He's been catching James. Not too fast, but he has been catching slowly but surely. The gap is now 1 second. It was 1.7 when Snipes overtook Kirby 3 laps ago.
It's just now gotta be patient with Chungus Goat.
Well, Chungus, he knows Chungus will be holding him back at all costs. Of course, Chungus, Alpine driver, these guys in a fight in the Constructors' Championship, and of course Chungus will prefer his teammate to win the championship instead of Limitless. So
Don't he reserve?
he will be. Is he?
Yep, he's only a reserve, so.
Well, still, he'll still be fighting for his teammate. You've got to show other teams that you're fast. And you've got to help out the team you're racing for, don't you? Really. So we shall see.
That's true, to be honest.
That's not really a smart decision to find a dry setup good for wet conditions. You should probably just find a dry setup and a wet setup, and then if it's dry, you use the dry one. If it's wet, you use the wet one. Then they're perfect for each condition.
Fair enough.
That'd be my advice, anyway. That would be my advice. That's coming from someone who's only league he races in. He's in tier 6.
Tier 6.
But, you know.
I'm tier 5.
You're in tier 5! And we both won the same amount of tier 5 races, so you can shush.
Okay, thank you. I needed one race and I'll smash the field.
Yeah, I've only done 1 tier 5 race this season as well. Luciano looking for move on Cosmic up into P8. Can he make the move into Lecombs? He's going to have to go around the outside. Kai gets a 3-second time penalty. The race leader gets a penalty. And as it stands, that would drop him to P3. Not good news for TTM Kai.
Luciano, a great move running outside there.
Very, very well done from him. Goxley, I think, would have been hoping he could find his way through. I think Goxley was using a dry setup in qualifying because he's been having a lot of moments and been really struggling. I think the same for Kirby as well. He's been struggling as well. So we'll see what these guys can do. And Mark should be able to get past Kirby in the near future. Keep one eye on that time split. Over the next coming laps.
Limitless still can't get close enough to Chungus Goat to make a move, and James, that he has the same problem with Kai there as well.
He does, doesn't he? He's just too far away to make a move, and of course a little bit too wary, I think, as well, is Limitless, because he knows that his championship rival, he can see him just ahead of him, but he's not close enough to be able to fight him at the moment, and this man Chungus Goat is in his way, so it will be very frustrating for Limitless. He knows he's faster than Chungus, just can't prove it as he locks up heading into turn 1. It's not what he would have wanted.
To be fair, Limitless has really gained, and he might get him down the straight here. We'll see.
We shall have to wait and see, won't we? He's got a lot of pace on Chungus here.
But he hasn't got a lot.
A bit of time going through Radion and Eau Rouge, and Chungus is using his ERS though now. Chungus still using it, Limitless not. This will not be a move for Limitless this lap.
Limitless just doesn't really care about the ERS, he just wants to get past Chungus Goat now.
He really does, just wasn't quite close enough this time. I think if he'd held on to ERS until the braking zone, he would have been fine, so obviously made a conscious decision to not go for the move, but he's definitely getting frustrated there. And interestingly, that Hypes hasn't actually managed to make any moves so far. Only reason he's gained a place is because Red Bull made a mistake. So Hypes is interesting case. I don't know what's going on with him. I definitely expected him to be further up the field than this.
Have you seen the gap from 18th to 7th? Wow! Look at everyone so close to each other, man. So interesting.
That is very close. 5/10 separates 9th to 18th. Not 5 seconds, not 5/10. What am I on? That'd be a very close field, wouldn't it? 5/10 separating them all. But yeah, the gap from first to last is 17 seconds. If anyone pulls into the pits, they will end up last.
They missed looking for the move.
First or last, you'll end up last.
Limus, look for the move at the bus stop section. Really, he wants to get the move done. It's just not close enough.
He'll go for it into Les Coms. That's a promise, I think. Let's see. He gets a bit of oversteer heading out of La Source as Dizzy crashes. Dizzy out of the race.
Safety car.
Wookie and Hype pulled into pits. We do have a safety car.
I can't tell. It doesn't show on my screen if it's a safety car or virtual.
It is a safety car.
Okay, thank you for confirming.
The two at the back. Well, Red Bull is he crashed earlier, and Speed Demon's AI. So don't worry about them. They're not ridiculously slow. Red Bull had to pit, and Speed Demon.
It's just Speed Demon.
An AI. No, he's an AI. That'd be so cool. My guy, Speed Demon. Obviously, a very long lap to get round with a full safety car in Belgium, so it's going to take a while for these guys to get on the back of the safety car. We should then only have one lap under safety car conditions, and we should be going again, I would hope. So we should be going again on lap 10. We'll see.
So it gives a good chance for Red Bull to catch right back up to the field.
Will anyone pit, is the question. Will any of the leaders pit?
Old box.
I would agree there. I would pit and go on inters till the end, because the inters will be very dead if you don't pit now. So you pit now onto a fresh set and go until the end of the race. That would be what I'd do.
Let's see if Guy pits. Is he... Is he gonna pit? Yes!
Yes, Kai pits. James follows him. Snipes follows him. James got a lot of
it's
oversteer.
Oh,
Chungus Goat has purposefully slowed down more to do a double stack there.
But Limitless is going to get Chungus Scope's position because of the double stack.
Not necessarily. This double stack. Sorry.
Go fast. Gee. No, he's going to get held up.
No. But I think Limitless has been held up slightly by Snipes coming out of his pit box.
There's Chungus.
Chungus Goat's there. Where's Limitless? Oh, Limitless ahead. Limitless is just ahead.
He's a lucky boy.
He's a very, very lucky boy, isn't he?
Mark, Kimmy's out.
Mark stayed out, and so did Kimmy.
Has
Kimmy made the right decision here?
It's going to be open for another safety car.
He's not known for good decisions, so we'll see.
Slime.
I'm of course joking. But listen, we will have to wait and see on this one, won't we?
100%.
It's a big, big shame for Snipes, though. He had protection in Chungus, but now the big, bad Limitless is right on his...
Big bad wolf.
This is going to be a very interesting race from here, though, because of course the pack is completely squished back up. Red Bull has another chance, and it means that the front guys haven't disappeared as much. And of course, you have people on different strategies now as well. 2 people haven't pitted. Only 3 people aren't on fresh tyres. Will Kimmy and Mark have got it right, or will the rest of the grid have absolutely smashed it? We'll have to wait and see. Back.
I was like for 5 seconds.
Yeah, I know, but I was coughing the entire time.
Fair enough.
Izzy put in the general chats, well, that was great. So I think that sums up how he was thinking about his experience. Yeah, worn inters are not bad, especially if it dries out. Inter slicks all the way, yeah?
Yup.
Because the inters, I believe, are of the same softness as the soft compound tyre. In terms of the fact that they have the same like rubber makeup, it's just the fact they have tread, and the soft tyres don't. I think that's the difference. Someone fact check me on that, but I believe that is the case. So inters worn down will be quite good because they're just a slick tyre. Simple as that.
Safety car will be in this lap unless there's a glitch.
Should be fine. Speed Demon wasn't on the back of the pack. That's the only reason we didn't get going this time round. So we should be going again next lap. I'm going to disappear for 30 seconds. Jake, I'll trust you to be sensible. Okay? It's like letting a 5-year-old take control of your car.
How rude, Westy. Smelly Westy. I'm gonna call you now. How blim rude. Yeah, Harry. Hope Westy isn't in the chat and he heard that. Otherwise I'm in trouble. Safety kill will be in this lap. I wonder what Mark Kimmy are thinking here right now. For another safety car maybe? Ryan, shut up. Please. Thank you. Let's start an argument. Otherwise Wesley's not going to be happy. And no, you don't want that, do you? Wesley. Keep comments to yourself. So yeah. No, Ryan, actually, you're washed. And safety car is in this lap.
I'm impressed you didn't say anything rude about me. Except for my smell, but
I didn't
lovely.
say that at all. What are you on about?
I was listening to the entire stream.
For God's sake. You would.
I'm back, Ryan. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Here we go. Mark just getting underway then. And I've deleted the message. No, you deleted the message. Found. Mark, here we go. He has gone, but Kai is right on his gearbox. Kai, for some reason, lifted off heading across the line, so decided not to go for a move into turn 1. And instead decided to wait a little bit longer as Snipes is right on Kimmy's rear end. He's going to be looking for a move heading into Lecoms, and that is a promise, not a threat. Limitless is going to be... Actually, he's kind of in no man's land at the moment. Limitless, I say no man's land, he's only 4 tenths away from Chungus, but he's quite a way away from anyone being able to make a move. As Kai now makes a move for the lead of the race. Down the inside he goes. Can he retake the lead that he lost when Mark did not pit under the safety car? I think the answer is going to be no, he can't quite make it work. But Snipes gets past Kimmy and puts a man between himself and his championship rival, TRL Limitless. As Cosmic gets overtaken by Mary's. Mary's is on a charge back through the pack and is doing very well at it as well. Limitless on Kimmy now. He's going to try and go around the outside. Kimmy going to try and hold on down the inside in the Alfa Romeo. And heading into Puon. They're going to be too wide. Oh, Kimmy backs out. What a win.
Fair room there, but left by Limitless. Fair racing.
Very fair room. As Snipes now going around the outside of James. This is the move for provisional second place.
Wow.
And Snipes takes the place. What a restart it's been for Snipes, gaining 2 places. in a matter of corners. Very, very nicely done, as Limitless will now be all over James. He knows how fast James is. James makes a mistake. Limitless goes through as James got some kind of damage. He must do.
I'll have a look if he pits. I don't think he has damage.
No, he's fine. Just made a mistake. He lost the momentum because of Snipes' overtake, and that has screwed him over. Kirby dropping behind Luciano. They're side by side though, heading across the line and into turn one. Will Chungascope get involved here as well? Luciano looking for the double overtake, and the double overtake comes off unless Chungus holds on here. Chungus will be down the inside, heading into Eau Rouge, and that is not a place you want to be. He's gone for it anyway. No, he backs out there, and will be right behind Luciano, bump drafting him up Radion. And now Chungus go right behind. We'll be looking for a move, but we've got to move for the lead. Kai trying to make it work. No, we can't. Chungus go then on Luciano, heading round the outside into Lecom. He's going to try and force it to work. Oh, Chungus goes round. And Kirby gets collected. Oh, and so does Goxley. Oh, no. Such a shame for those three. They've all reset to track.
Have they really?
Oh, that's not good for them.
All three of them?
I think they've all no, not all of them, but multiple of them reset to track, or at least one.
Wow.
Least one.
That looks massive on the stream.
Chungus left. Oh no, that was a big crash. Oh, unfortunate for them. And James has dropped another place, and this time it's to someone on very old tyres who must have some kind of damage somewhere. You don't lose this much pace that fast.
More room could have been left, to be honest, to avoid that crash.
Chungus saying for bleep's sake in general chat, he is not very happy about that. He said invite back.
Yeah,
if you can invite Chungus back,
I'm on it.
Wonderful. And now, oh, Kirby spun again. He's in the wall, and I think he's out. No, he's not out.
He's done.
He's fine, but I think he's out there.
Kirby, that's really unlucky for him. Bam.
He's very unlucky. Snipe sets fast his lap, and we'll be trying to get past Kai quickly so he can take the lead of the race. Of course, Mark, remember, has not pitted. He'll be going for a zero stop. It's a possibility. In the wet, of course, he'll just be on very old tyres by the end. Chungascope has now rejoined and will be carrying on with the race, but he is 8 seconds behind the pack. As Kai now going for the lead of the race for the third consecutive lap. Down the inside he goes, heading into Lecoms. And finally, Mark cannot return the favour. And he gets passed by Kai as Snipes now looking for a move on Mark as well. Down the inside, he's looking to go into the hairpin. And that place is Snipes. Very nicely done from him as Limitless now tries to put his car there as well. Around the outside of Mark, through No Name is where he's looking to go. And he gets it done. Very nicely done from Limitless.
Yeah, Limitless is now going to go chase down his championship rival.
He most definitely is. We've lost the timing screen, which is a shame, as James has lost yet another place. What is going on with that Williams? Such a shame for him.
100%.
He's losing so much pace. Oh, devastating to see. Absolutely devastating. The three-way battle for the lead now. It's Kai, Snipes and Limitless. Kai, though, with a penalty. So as it stands, it'll be Snipes first, Limitless second. I don't know who third, so of course I cannot see the timing screens. As I think Kirby might be the second person to DNF here. He's caused yellow flag in Sector 2, but no, he's fine. Green flags again. We now have our timing screens back as everyone crosses the line. Wonderful, wonderful. And they were actually the exact same distance away from each other. Crossing the line there was Snipes from Kai and Limitless from Snipes. It's an interesting one. But here we go, Snipes. He'll have the slipstream on Kai. Heading into Lecoms. Is this the move for the lead we've been waiting for? I don't think it's going to quite be it. Amina Mary's having a little bit of a fight behind. James gets himself a penalty on top of his already bad woes. Not great for him.
Yeah, Kirby's done.
Spun again.
Kirby's done.
Virtual safety car. Virtual safety car. Is he trying to cause the safety car here?
I'll keep an eye on him for you.
It almost seems like he's trying to cause a safety car to be able to catch up again. I hope not.
Is it the wall?
We'll keep an eye on Kirby.
I will.
I'm on board with him as well, might as well.
You made a straight on it.
Pulling into the bits. 3-second time penalty for cutting that tiny bit of runoff.
Yeah.
He's got himself a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, and he's retired. So that is Kirby's race over. We're down to 18 drivers, one of which is 30 seconds off the pack, and the other one, and another one is 10 seconds off the pack.
And another one bites
one
the
more
dust.
is an AI.
I wish it could show when the virtual safety car comes in.
Yeah, it's a shame we can't quite see, but as soon as they start putting their foot down is normally when, and they put their foot down, and yeah, that is the end of that. No drive-through penalties. Kai is being told to pull into the pits by his race engineer. That's an interesting one. I would assume he's not actually... Everyone's being told to pull into the pits. That's weird.
Huh?
Mino Mary's round the outside into the bus stop chicane. As James pulls into the pits, finally, he's decided to pull in, and I think he must have had some kind of damage. Mary's gets ahead of him. James, is he changing his front wing? I think the answer will be a yes. We have to wait a long time to see, because of course it's a Williams.
It is.
So
Yeah.
Furthest away. Front wing change for him.
Soft?
And soft compound tyre for James as well.
Huh? What?
Risking it for a biscuit, mate. He's risking it for a biscuit. Speed Demon, I think, is also pulling in for the soft compound tyre. The AI is coming in for the soft, is it? No, just new set of inters. He hasn't pitted yet. James on the soft. I'm just going to stay on board with him for a while. How well is this tyre going to work? Not very, is the answer, as he comes slamming into a wall.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah,
that
was just the wrong tyre. Safety car comes out.
Just gonna cause an unnecessary safety car. Sorry, James, but yeah.
He was risking it for a biscuit, and he didn't get a biscuit. He got a face full of tyres.
Mark might as well pit. Same with Kimmy.
Yeah, and might as well pit now. That does put them last though, so not the greatest strategy. Or they stay out and just make the tyres work. That's their other option.
If it was Kimmy,
they do a zero stopper and take the hit. That's almost their backup here, isn't it? Cubby's left after DNFing earlier, of course, retiring in the pit lane. And Goxley will get a second chance here. He'll be right onto the back of the pack, and so will Chungus Goat. So lucky for them.
Limitless was just
Mark
about to
doesn't
pit.
pull in, and neither does Kimmy. They're staying out, and they will be using very old intermediate tyres, probably until the end of the race.
Limitless can't afford snaps to win. Can't afford 4 snaps to win.
No, that'd be 7 points in Snipes' favour, and that would change the gap in the championship from...
Jeff said, I don't know which tie's best right now, so I chose softs for a gamble, because I had front wing damage.
In fairness, if he said he didn't think it was... If Jeff said, I'm not sure which tyre is best right now, you might as well gamble if you're going to have to pit. Anyway,
Why would you pick softs?
Why? Because when Jeff says that, it means that he doesn't know what's better, like the wet weather ones or the dry ones. So you choose the softest compound that has the most grip.
I was just reading out what Chungus Goat was saying.
But yeah, this will be an interesting end to the race, with of course Kai leading, Snipes in second, Limitless third, And the gap is currently 29 points at the top of the standings. It will be reduced to 22 as it stands, because Snipes will be first and Limitless will be second due to Kai's penalty.
Limitless needs to get past Snipes.
He does, especially with the fact that Snipes, of course, is racing next week and Limitless is not. If Snipes wins next week and this stays as it is, Snipes will be leading by 3 points heading into the double points finale at Abu Dhabi.
That's peak.
How?
How?
How is that peak?
It'll just be a very interesting race, to be honest, for Abu Dhabi.
It will. It'll be very interesting.
That's what I'm saying.
I can't wait. I cannot wait.
No, I was saying it because, I mean, it's going to be exciting. That's what I meant, to be fair.
Safety car will be coming in next lap then, and we will have
Boxy's trying to overtake.
Racing to go.
Boxy's
yeah,
trying.
Don't try and overtake the AI, mate. Just let it be. Just let it be. Chungus has pulled into the pits. He must have got some kind of wing damage there.
Let me check it out.
And the 33 Red Bull has had a big spin there.
Weaving. Safety car will be in this lap.
I don't have COVID, by the way, everybody. I don't know what is going on with my with this coughing. Who knows?
I hope you get better, to be fair.
Same. So do I. It was fine during qualifying as well. That's what's so strange. It was completely fine during qualifying. Right then, thank you for the high amount of viewers today, 27. We love to see it. I'm just going to say this again. If everyone watching, excluding me and Jake, puts the link to this stream, sends it to one person and they watch it, we can get to 50 viewers. How amazing would that be? How amazing would that be?
Well,
come on guys, let's see if we can do it. I set a challenge for you guys. Try and get us to 40. Let's see if we can get us to 50. We've just lost 2 viewers, I was saying that. Scratch that. Scratch that. Everyone just stay here, please. Just don't leave.
I done my share to the whole server, so... it's the whole BRS server.
Twitter.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Clown. Safety car in this lap. Can we get a chant going in chat? Jake's a clown. Jake's a clown. Jake's a clown. Jake's a clown.
Shut up, Westy.
Carry on for me, chat. If one person does it, I'll count it as a win. They're all going to make me look like idiots now. They're all going to make me look like idiots. They're not behind me. Well, that's disgraceful. That's disgraceful. No one's... Yes! Yes, Davies!
I'll take it from...
Yes!
I can
Yes,
take
guys, right, we're getting underway. Kai is leading the race. Oh, and Snipes has been jumped by Limitless at the start. Snipes is going to have to try and make a move round the outside, heading into turn 1. It's not going to happen. Snipes is down to provisional second place. Limitless up into provisional race lead. And it's not looking good for the man currently in second in the championship. Can he get back past Limitless? He's closing by the second. Let's turn on the telemetry so we can see the ERS deployment. He's now about to head round the outside. He's going to try at least round the outside into Lecoms. This is the battle for the championship going on right here. Snipes round the outside. It's Limitless on the inside. Now Limitless on the outside. Limitless down the inside again. And he's held on to the place with expert precision.
Wow.
What a battle that was between Snipes and Limitless. That was amazing.
I have no words. Wow. That was crucial, and it's nice to see the championship rivals battle him. GG's between them two. Obviously, Limitless needs to keep within 3 seconds of Kai to win the race.
He does, but I have a feeling he's going to find some extra pace here. And catch up once again. Kai not looking like the fastest man on track. Snipes, of course, was getting a lot of fastest laps before the safety car came out, as he gets a big step oversteer, started heading towards the wall. He managed to catch it, but that was a scary moment for Snipes, and of course myself there. That was riding on board with him. I think I might need a change of pants soon. As Mari's now heading down the inside of Kimmy. Gonna try and make this one work through the bus stop chicane. It's not quite gonna work for Mari's. Third in the championship at the moment. Wants to get way over the 100-point mark and get themselves back into possibly a title challenge. Diving down the inside of Kimmy into the first corner. Much fresher tyres is Mari's. Can they get a better exit? Get himself around the outside of Kimmy as Wookie DNF's in the pit lane, and he's decided his race is over. As Kimmy gets a great run through the Eau Rouge and Radion complex, but now Snipes round the outside of Limitless is round 2 for the championship protagonists, and it's not going to work again for Snipes. Limitless is the victor once again through Lecoms, as Luciano gets past Maris. If you don't overtake, you get overtaken here in BRS Series 1, and Maris is learning that the hard way.
Obviously, the more Limitless and Slumps fight, obviously, the more they can lose to TTM Kai.
Dick, why did you make that like a really dark font in the chat?
What?
Why make the colour so dark in the chat?
Oh.
It's like a dark grey.
Okay.
Are you trying to hide from the fact that you said that?
No.
I believe you. CD, do you believe him?
Of course he would.
Snipes heading towards Limitless again. Can he get close enough? Or will Limitless extend the championship lead by 7 points today as it stands?
This is crucial,
That'd
this
be
battle.
absolutely massive. That'd be massive for Limitless. That would extend the gap for him to 36 points in Limitless's favour. That would be absolutely gigantic for him heading into what will be this last 2 rounds. Of course, Abu Dhabi being a double point finale. Williams already going to get a bad result. What are you on about?
Don't worry.
Snipes now starting to get towards Limitless again. He's
Round 2.
dropping his ERS. He has slightly more
3.
than Limitless. He's catching, heading towards Lecoms, but it's not going to be enough.
This is a great battle.
Luciano though on Maris. He's going to try and make it work round the outside. These two have been fighting non-stop over the last couple of laps, but Maris comes out on top once again. Oh, it's Geno's round. He resets the track, and Snipes gets ahead of Limitless. Snipes is ahead of Limitless. What has happened there? Limitless must have made a mistake. Snipes is through and up into provisional first. And
Not
currently,
good.
Tiro Limitless just has provisional second. That's very close. He doesn't have it anymore. He's teetering on the edge of provisional second. If Snipes can hold Limitless here, he can get a 10-point advantage going into the 2 races to go. It will be 19 points the gap instead of 29 as it is now, and that would be absolutely gigantic for Snipes.
Gap between the top 2 is now 2.7.
It is, and Limitless, as it stands, hasn't done enough to get himself second place. Kai is one happy bunny right now. And Limitless will be doing all he can to get past Snipes.
Not gonna lie,
Can he do it is the question.
Kai is 1-1 away from 3 sec. Another one, so he can't afford another 3 sec.
He's got himself fastest lap. That's an extra point for him as it stands.
He's really pulling away.
16 points right now. He is kind of pulling away. Snipes has got to hold on here. Remember, he's got to stay within the 3 seconds as well. He's got to make sure he stays within, and of course Limitless stays outside. That'd be the perfect scenario. 2 laps to go here in Belgium as Chungascope crashes out. No, he doesn't. He retires from the pit lane. Snipes his teammate. And as it stands, Haas will have got 2 people into the points, and that will be very helpful for them come the end of the season, because of course these two in the constructors battle as well. Oh, Snipes has dropped outside. Snipes has dropped out of the gap. He's got to push here. Kai has found some extra pace, and Snipes has got to really get himself moving with only 1.5 laps to go here in Spa as Maris has crashed.
No, he's done it on
Maris
purpose.
has crashed out. 3rd place man Maris will have to wait 1 more race to get himself into the 100-point mark.
On
It
purpose.
seems to be eluding him at the moment.
He's done it on purpose. Sorry.
Maris has done that on purpose.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Why?
I've clipped it.
Why would he do it on purpose? What's the point?
I'll show you a clip off. Done it on purpose. Trust me.
Send me a link to it whenever it's uploaded.
Yeah, carry on with the race.
Snipes then has he's got a 1/10 gap to make up at the moment. He's got to find some more pace. Luciano's also out. Wow, that is a big one there. Luciano also out of this race. As now Snipes, he's got to keep pushing. He's got within. Has he got within? He's so close. 1/10 still the gap. He's got to drop all of that ERS heading down the Kemmel Straight if he wants a chance at this. But Kai has more ERS, and Kai will also be dropping it all. Who will come out on top here? Will it be Snipes? Will it be Kai? We'll have to wait and see. Will it be Limitless maybe? Can Limitless get past Snipes, then make up the gap? We'll have to wait and see.
Snipes goes 8th gear. The Rouge. Limitless goes 7th gear.
Interesting. Seems to be working for Snipes though. He'll stay in the lead heading into Les Combs. Still got 2/10 to make up though to Snipes. He's got to get moving. He's got to get pushing to Snipes. He needs this. He absolutely needs this. Otherwise it's only a 3 points improvement. This is a possible 10-point improvement. This is the difference right now. 3/10 is the difference. 2/10 now is the difference between possibly winning and losing the championship. Can he do it though? 3/10 again is the gap. I don't think he's got the pace in him to do it to Snipes. He's using his ERS. Kai though still has more than him. Snipes has got to keep pushing. Still the gap getting larger and larger. Snipes has got to bring out the best lap he physically has in him if he wants to make this one work. It's going to be the best final sector of his life if he wants to make this one work. Or Kai has got to make some kind of, actually pretty small error, but he's got to make some kind of error if Snipes wants to do it at this point. He's not making up 4/10 in 2 corners. It's not happening. Limitless now, close to Snipes. Is he close enough to make a move into the final corner? No, he's not quite close enough. And Kai hasn't made a mistake. He'll cross the line as the winner of the Belgian Grand Prix. Snipes will come home in 2nd. Limitless 3rd. Mark will take home 4th. That's a very good result for him. 0 pit stop race for him. And also Kimmy. Kimmy will start dropping down the order due to his penalty. He actually ends up in 10th, in 11th. He's out the points, is Kimmy, due to penalties. But what a race. And congratulations.
Kai's lucky. What a championship battle.
The gap now in the championship is 26 points. It's possible that Limitless and Snipes go on to the final week on equal points. It's possible they go into the final race level on points. Kai takes home the full 26 points today. But in 2 weeks' time, he would have taken home 52. That's how important that Abu Dhabi race is. Snipes versus Limitless carries on. It's impossible for Limitless to win the race, to win the championship tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Next week. Why am I saying tomorrow? It's impossible for him to win it next week, I believe. So that means that, because of course Snipes will be completely fine, because Limitless isn't racing. So Snipes won't lose it next week. But what he will do is have to fight for his life next week. He wants to have a good shot at this. Kimmy, unfortunately, he missed out on points in the end, unfortunately for him. Ended up just that little bit too far away.
Snipes doesn't usually join. Kai says he's got that. Limitless will probably join in about 2 minutes, so give it 2 minutes to let him.
We'll invite them anyway. We'll see whether they will join. Invite them all, see what happens.
Give it a couple minutes, if not, stream. I know he does like to stream. Yeah, the race, really enjoy it. Entertainment is always there, Series 1, so yeah. Use the Series 1, anything you want to say?
That was an amazing race. Seriously, that was an amazing race. That was so good. That was so good. I cannot believe that Kai managed to just about make that one work. Yeah, congratulations to him. Then Limitless, 10th to 3rd. Congratulations to him. That's a very good result. Snipes, of course, 6th to 2nd. But Kai, started on pole and finishes first with fastest lap. He's done the Grand Slam.
It's nice to see the championship contenders actually really giving it a go at each other. I've seen that the BRS season yet. Really nice to see them too. Battle.
Absolutely wonderful to see the two championship protagonists fight, and we don't normally see that, I have to say. We don't normally see that. It's, yeah.
We're not getting some odds on it, something for an interview. Oh yeah, mention Mark as well. Pit stops.
Pit stops, yeah. Mark went with that one, and so did Kimmy. Mark got 4th place, but Kimmy's penalty meant that he had to settle for no points today, unfortunately for him. That just shows the difference between a penalty and not. So yeah.
And Snuggle has points. Ooh. We'll give it a minute. If not, I have to leave it there.
I'm sorry guys, this wait. We're just gonna have to see.
I think I might as well end it there.
Is Limitless gonna join or not?
Don't know.
He normally does join, but you know.
I think he's waiting. I think he's watching him. Yeah, end it there, mate.
Okay, I'll end it here. Thank you guys for watching. It was an absolutely wonderful race. Sorry we couldn't get any interviews for you guys, but very, very well done to the top 3. And I can't wait to see what happens next time out when our championship leader is not racing and snipes. If he wins with fastest lap, we'll be equal on points with Limitless heading into the double points finale in Abu Dhabi. Can't wait, and I hope to see you guys there.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye, guys.